Wait for some people to get here. Hey, Barry. What's going on? I'm gonna have a quick live stream. It's got to be quick, just because my kids are out for their evening walk, and I'm a little flustered today about what happened. After thinking about, oh sweet, thank you. I don't know if you watched the whole thing. I know it's really long because I'm just like a mutant imbecile at editing, and whenever I try, I end up making videos look like a 7-year-old's social studies project. So I just didn't edit it out. But something that I was thinking about that trespass. So when I was speaking to the David Solos fellow downstairs about voter information cards, he told me when I went back through that, how's it going? Thanks, man. He was telling me that I need to return that form that I received from him with my ID by Friday, or they can't mail me my card, and I would have to go pick it up personally with my ID at town hall. But now I'm trespassed from town hall, which Paquette, old Paquette here, she said it was a year, but on the form it says 5 months. So I'm gonna go with the paperwork. I actually read that after. I didn't really I don't know. I didn't really look at it. So I can't do that. So they need my updated address because I moved to a new place, and because I can't bring those forms in, I can't vote. So my right to vote has been infringed upon because of this trespass. Not only my right to film in public or seek services in person at the Yarmouth Town Hall, but now I can't vote for the next mayor of Yarmouth, even though I'm a constituent and I'm a taxpayer and I have the right to vote. Even individuals that are incarcerated, Winnipeg Audits was saying, I was talking to him a little bit about this. Even he was saying, people that are incarcerated still have the right to vote. So I've been singled out because I was filming my interaction. So now I can't vote. Which is crazy to me. That's absolutely crazy to me. That, the implications of what they did to me today are, I don't, I feel like I'm at a loss. Where do you even go? I feel like I need to speak with, the Minister of Affairs of, Nova Scotia, or, the Minister of Justice or something. I spoke to Mitch LeBlanc on the phone just briefly. He's an attorney here in Yarmouth. And he's a good guy, really good guy. If you're ever in Yarmouth and you need someone to help you out, give Mitch a call. Mitch is the man. He'll help you out. He's a very good, smart, honest, not corrupt lawyer. I like Mitch a lot. But yeah, it's not good, Perry. It's really not good. It's very odd to me that this is something that has happened. I have that right to vote. Everybody in Canada has the right to vote. I know in the States, felons and things, I think, are not allowed to vote, which to me is that's crazy, especially since their criminal justice system creates so many felons. So it's like, and like, I don't even want to get into the racial side of it, but yeah, it's like taking away a class's right to vote, but we don't have that in Canada. But somehow, through this trespass, I've been put in a position that I can't return the necessary paperwork to the proper channels by the deadlines, um, and therefore, by procedure and process, I need to go to town hall to pick up in person with my ID to pick up my private information that will be generated and kept there. But if I do that, I get arrested, potentially, potentially. Um, which I really don't think there would be a potential to that. I feel like I would be arrested like on site, like I would be stopped by by law enforcement officer Monroe again if he was there. Yeah, right. Like, what do I do? Like, I do need a lawyer to go with me. I think. Yeah, I really think it is a big thing. Like this, I don't. It's not just a matter of filming for this, right? Like it started as that. That's what it started as. That's why I was removed from the building. Um, Jeff, whatever his last name was, I have no. I'm not even gonna try and remember it right now. He directly told me it was because I was harassing the individuals by filming. But you can see previously in the video, I wasn't harassing anybody. The only person that could say maybe I was harassing them was the town engineer, or that guy that closed his door because he didn't want to be filmed. But it's my right to film him. So maybe he was the original complainant. But by the time I went upstairs, they were already raring to go, right? They already wanted to me out of the building. They wanted me out of the building. They said that I was disrupting business, but nobody that I like. I don't think I disrupted anybody. Like, I was just asking questions, and if they didn't have the time to speak with me, they didn't have to speak with me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not busting into offices and stuff. You know, I was there to pick up the USB stick, which has the video that Sandra Wall smacking my phone out of my hand. And I received an email. They told me it was ready. I told them that I was going to come and pick it up today. I didn't tell them that I was going to film, but I don't have to. Like, that's my right to film. So I went in, got that no problem, went downstairs because I'd never been downstairs. That was one thing that I had never done. So I was like, I'm just going to go downstairs. And I know that my spouse was going to Frost Park next to Town Hall. And there's an exit there. So I was thinking about going out that exit. And in the video, you can see I contemplate leaving. But I noticed the hallway to the nice little lounge. And I didn't see any restricted access signs. And that's when I had my interaction with Dave Solo, as well as the other female that was the... I think it was equity and diversity something department. Like, I don't know what her job is. I don't think she knows what her job is. But maybe one day she will. I don't know. But I was just checking stuff out there, and then I saw the town engineer's door, and that reminded me that recently the town of Yarmouth stated that they're going to need to find a new location for our tourist bureau. Because the location that they have now is not suitable, and the old location that they have is condemned. And the reason stated for the condemnation, hold on, they're violating your rights, or conscious regular for camera on YouTube. I can't remember her name, but okay, I'll look for that. And it's a female. So I saw the town engineer's office, and I noticed recently, like I was saying, that the old tourist bureau had been condemned, and they stated that it was exactly. It's not a big deal. Okay, perfect. I'll have to look into that. Mitchell Connors, Mitchell. Okay, I hope Mitchell or Michelle. And they stated that it was condemned because they need a new roof. They need an air conditioning unit, and there's some mold in the building. And I was curious to see who the building inspector that signed off on that would be. Okay, cool, Mitchell. Because I don't think it's cheaper to bulldoze a building and then build a new one than it is to fix a roof, install an AC, and then repair some mold. Like, why? Why are we gonna do that? We have a perfectly good building right there. That's all I wanted to ask him, and he just didn't want to be filmed. It was simply because I was filming. I'm sure if I wasn't filming, he may have been more hospitable and he may have answered my questions. But it's a moot point. Filming is a moot point. We're always being filmed. Is that it, Prairie? Can you send that to me to the email that you contact me with, whether it be my K&E Builders one or my Scotia Audits one, just so I can have it there instead of going back through the chat? Well, it's still like you can still it's still cheaper. It's still cheaper. Guaranteed, it's still cheaper. Like as a contractor myself, like I've dealt with mold and mold abatement. Like there's houses that get completely flooded, and that building was renovated 5 years ago. So there's no way it's beyond that point, especially if you look at other structures in Yarmouth. We've got structures around here that are like 300 years old. I was just attacked by a homeless person for recording on my own property. Video coming tonight. That's not good. Oh, sweet, sweet. Give me all of them, Prairie. I'll take them all. You know I love them. So like I understand it can be hard, but it's a concrete foundation ICF building. It does have conventional wood framing above it, but I don't believe that it would be cheaper because you have to build, like, even if you had to rebuild half of the building, it's still cheaper than rebuilding the whole thing. Privacy lawyer channel? I'm not sure. I may have, like, just through, like, scrolling and things like that. So that's what I wanted to ask that guy. Like, who signed off on that? Because what if we can save this building? It's a beautiful building. It's right across from the ferry terminal. Because when, like, our town is, like, supported by tourism, apparently. That's what they say. That's not what I say. But when the Americans get off the ferry and when they leave to go home, or Canadians go and come back, the first thing that they see in Yarmouth is 2 abandoned properties. One is the old tourist bureau, like I was just talking about, and the other one is the old Colony Inn, which was a hotel. So now people have to just like walk up a hill past an old abandoned hotel and like up the road to the Grand Hotel. It's just weird. It's just, I don't know. They do weird stuff here, man. They do really weird stuff. Pam is a really weird person, and if anybody was here, she's like I said, she was like Tiffany Henyard-ish. You know what I mean? Like, she's not nowhere near as crazy as that woman, but she's, you could see the similarity. Sweet. I like to see that. I like to see you guys sharing some links between each other. That's awesome, you guys. And then I went upstairs, and I saw a lady. I said hello to her. And I went upstairs, and as soon as I got off the elevator, I was just going to ask for his name, the town engineer's name. That's all I wanted to know. The lady at the desk. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's 100% what it is. That's 100% what it is. It's like getting a high quote and then building a cheaper building and paying cash jobs and paying people less to get the same job done. Like saying, okay, it's going to cost me we'll say $3 million, $3 million to build this new building. And that's for everything out the door. But in reality, if they pay people cash and subcontract out, they can bring that cost way down. And then they have a surplus of money that they could spend on other things or embezzle, which in Yarmouth we've seen in the past. With Richard Hurlbert, he was actually someone that did doing piecework on an existing contract. Yeah, exactly. Like, so I'm the developer, and I hire all of these other people, right? But the town is the developer, right? The town is like gonna push through the permits. They're gonna delegate something. So I have to subcontract to different companies, right? So they call me as a contractor and they say, "Hey, man, we need our roof framed, and we're willing to pay you and your crew $100 an hour cash to do that." So I accept, we'll say, but they're actually receiving $250 an hour in subsidy to pay for the work that I'm doing and my crew are doing for $100 an hour. And that's just like a random numbers that I'm pulling out of my ass. So don't like be like, oh, you only charge $100 an hour for you and your crew. Um, just random numbers, but it just doesn't seem like it's like that's obviously why they're doing it. Like it doesn't seem like they're hiding it too much, especially when you can look inside that building and see it's fine. Like the roof is fine. It's not saddling. It's not doing any of that. Like you don't see horrible like creeping black mold up the walls and stuff. It's just like they need an air conditioner and a new roof. Like that happens. That's regular upkeep of a building. Um, but beyond that, I went upstairs, and then the lady at the desk like lost her mind. She was like, "I don't want to be filmed." And then Jeff and the bylaw officer came out and told me to leave. And it was because I was filming. Like I was like, "Why? Like why do I have to leave?" And they're like, "You're harassing them." I'm like, "How am I harassing them? How? Please tell me how." And they're like, "Oh, you're harassing them by filming." I'm like, "Man, that's not harassment. Like that's literally an exception to harassment. Like it's a charter protected right." But he was quite rude, I would say. Mr. Jeffrey. Um, and so I left the building, and the bylaw enforcement officer came after me and he was like, "Oh, you're swearing in public. That's against the bylaw." And it's like, man, it's so crazy. Like, I wish they would have charged me with all those random bylaws. Like, I hope I get some mail with, like, he said I spit on the ground, and it's a bylaw infraction. Sick, bro. Sick. Like, please charge me with all this stuff. That'd be hilarious. Like, it'd be the best. And then he like calls the cops, and they show up, and without even investigating, the sheep comes down the hill with the trespass form filled out in hand. No investigation whatsoever. I'm trespassing. And I was kicked off like the property. Like it wasn't even inside. Like I was actually in an access way to Frost Park. And they kicked me off of that. So like I'm not even allowed like on the property at all for 5 months according to the paperwork. And like I said before, I can't return my forms to get my voter information, so I can't vote now. So they infringed upon that. Yeah, but like, come on. Like, I feel like you could fight that. I feel like it would be like, man, I fucking spit. Like, what if somebody was sick and they just like, like, either way. I just think it's stupid. I think it's stupid, especially to be like, oh, like a retaliation kind of thing. Like, you think that guy's going around fucking finding people spitting on the sidewalk? No, absolutely not. And then like the protection of private property or act or whatever bylaw that he was trying to cite that doesn't allow him to remove me from property because I'm not doing anything illegal. Like, you can't just arbitrarily remove people from public property that they pay for just because you don't like either the content of their speech or them exercising their charter rights. It's odd. It's really odd. I don't know how much more I have to say about that. I just wanted to put that thought about the voter thing in a few people's minds, because that was on my mind and it wasn't something that I put in the description or anything like that. That's so stupid. For just smoking there? For just being there, like, hacking a dart. You got fucking fined what did you say, $180? Stupid. How's it going? That's ridiculous. What if you don't pay that? What happens to a bylaw fine if you don't pay? I've never had a bylaw fine that I've never paid. I've never had a bylaw fine, to be honest. It is a huge thing, man. It's a huge fucking infringement. Like, it's weird. It's like, what happened? Or was this like recent? Did they just like, it's just a fucking bylaw fine. Like, you like wipe your ass with it, can't you? It's like a town of Yarmouth parking ticket. I think. Like I said, I'm not versed when it comes to bylaws like that, but I just know like the bylaws are here, laws are here, and the Charter of Rights is here. But like I said to you guys, I just wanted to get. Oh really? That's what they would do to you? Crazy. All right, the hombres are back from their evening walk, everyone. So I think I'm gonna get ready to start doing some bedtime routine here. Um, and I've got the USB of Sanders smacking my phone out of my hand from the town hall. So look forward to seeing that in the next few days. Um, yeah. So thanks for coming out, everybody. I appreciate it. I know it was a bit of a smaller group this time, but you guys are great. I love you all. You know what I mean? I really appreciate the support, and hopefully we can do this again soon. I know I've been a little busy and lagging out on my uploads and some of my community posts and things like that, and I apologize for it. Um, but my life does get in the way sometimes, and I do have family and things like that. So I appreciate the people that have been here for so long, and I appreciate everybody that has come and shared and liked my videos. It means a lot to me. It really does. It means I'm trying to do something right, or I might be leaning in the right direction. I'm not perfect. I don't do everything right. I'm sure there's a lot of tips and pointers that you guys could give me um, on how to be a better human being than I am today. Um, but I just want to talk about that, about the voting thing. So if you're new in here and haven't heard about that, go back and hear about that. Um, so I want everybody to have, wherever you are in the world, because we've had viewers from Asia, we've had viewers from the UK, we've had viewers from everywhere. Wherever you are, I hope you guys are having a great day, evening, or night, and I hope you all stay safe, and I hope to see you all next time. So once again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check out the content, and we'll see you in the next one.